Travis Dermott on Saturday at the Arizona Coyotes, so I don't blame you if you missed it, home opener. And Travis Dermott used the pride tape on the top of his stick. And he's a guy who has a reputation over his years in Toronto and in Vancouver of being an ally, always stepping up for these sorts of causes. And I guess after the NHL said that they were banning pride tape alongside all their specialty jerseys and charity nights and whatever the hell else they were doing, he immediately reached out to Pride Tape and placed a fairly large order. And at their home opener, it was interesting. He didn't make a point of it, didn't tell the media, didn't have it up and down the blade and the shaft of the stick and whatever. He put it up on the top where I guess is where he wanted it, and it was a way to be an ally, but without making it a huge story. Of course, someone found it and posted it, as was meant to happen. Right. There was no part of Travis Dermott that...
Hope I get through on this.
Right.
Hope I sneak one by.
Because it's almost, at that point, well, then what was the point, right? If I snuck it through, I didn't do shit. Like, I wasn't an ally. I wasn't publicly supporting anybody. But nonetheless, as soon as this got out, that there were people replying to the initial tweet that was like, shut up, you're going to get him caught. It's like, he's on television right now. It's not this tweeted picture.
No, it's a home opener in Arizona. There is no television.
Well, that's a reasonable enough. But Arizona also posted it in their Instagram story. And so he knew going in.
Of course he knew.
He was going to be spotted. He didn't care. And there was enough players. Ian Mendez has actually been all over this for a while now, even since the announcement was made, talking to different players and people saying, yeah, I'll probably use it. Scott Lawton down in Philadelphia had said, yeah, you'll probably see me using it anyway. John Merrill in Minnesota had said, this is pretty dumb. All of these are paraphrased.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was. It was Anderson, Rasmus Anderson, saying, it sucks.
Yeah.
Direct quote.
Yeah, and he's not wrong. It's a fair quote. And so Travis Dermott is the first guy who steps out in defiance of this thing and just uses it. And again, I want to frame this properly because he has done this to still be an ally.
Yep.
He's done it publicly, but he's not alerted the media, hey, look at me, right? It's not a huge
He's not the story.
Right. So he is the first guy in the NHL who has done this in defiance of the league. The Athletic asked the NHL on Saturday night, what's going to happen. As you and I sit here right now, there has been no decision on that. Bill Daly told the Athletic on Saturday night, we will investigate in due course. But the NHL at this point has essentially two options. You find the guy and double down on being an asshole, or you understand that nobody agrees with you. Well, not nobody. But
where's Kid Rock at?
Most don't agree with you, and you go, yeah, you know what? This was a mistake, and we're going to back down on the policy. But it sort of looks like Travis Dermott has decided, and Travis Dermott is not a $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 million a year player.
Right.
He's decided the fine is well worth paying to do this. And the league has said, we'll get to it, as you and I sit here right now.
Standing behind what he believes in.
Yeah.
And
funny that.
Well, and so Morgan Riley is another guy who's also spoken out, saying he wished it was otherwise. Connor McDavid back in the summer, I believe, said, yeah, I'm kind of going to do what I want to do.
Yep.
And so great for Travis Dermott. McDermott.
No, it's Travis Dermott.
Travis Dermott. Anyways, great for him, right, to do it.
This is like the whole point. You're not sure what his name is, and yet he's the first guy to do it, and
that's
not one
exactly
of the stars.
where I'm going. Yeah. Is the guys who felt strongly about it, who have more
security
and cachet, right? Morgan Riley, Connor McDavid, that is the guy. Golden Goose. Yes. That's the guy. And if he shows up on season opening night, again, just a little tape around the knob of the stick, whatever it is.
I'm not hiding it, but I'm not flashing it. I'm just using it.
But I am. That is that ally.
Yep.
That you speak of, and those are things you go, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, NHL?
Force them to make a call.
Because those are the people who go, yeah, your bullshit over sort of reach in the first place.
Yes.
Now you're being forced into this. What are you going to do?
Because you and I talked about this and hated I won't speak for you. Obviously, I thought Ivan Provorov's stuff in Philly last year was shit.
The James Reimer in San Jose?
James Reimer, that was a serious bummer for me. It was shit. Guys who didn't want to wear the jersey. But let's say you can get me on side.
Mark and Eric Stahl. Don't forget those guys.
Standing naked on the side of the road.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah. James Reimer was, for quite a while, one of my favorite players.
Yep.
And this was a bummer for me. Now, you look at it and you go, let's say that you can talk me into, it's unfair to ask these guys who don't believe in it to wear this thing. Let's say you can get me that far, right? Go, yeah, all right. It wasn't fair to ask them. You have gone so far in the other direction. Go, by the way, anyone else who might want to do anything, no, fuck you. You can't do shit either. The guys who don't want to do it, we're letting them off the hook, and we are forcing you all to go stand with them because we don't want them to look bad.
It's
right?
the classic tail wagging the dog.
That's exactly what it is. And it's what if we leave it as an option for you to use Pride tape and 16 of you do it, well, it looks bad on those other two guys, and people might ask them, like, yes, that's exactly what will happen, and fuck them. You can stand by your beliefs at that point.
Right.
So they didn't want to do it, and they just said, so none of you can do it.
And for the record,
go ahead.
I don't agree with it, but you can do your thing. You don't want to come out and wear the jersey. I don't agree with that. It's not hockey is for everyone, which is what you suggest.
Clearly.
But if that's the case, the two who don't want to wear it, don't come out. Don't do the thing.
That's right. You have that right.
100%.
And now I get to form my opinion on you based on, and that's the part they're trying to cover up is, well, it might make those two or three guys look bad, so we're just not going to let anyone do it.
Which is what...
That's the bullshit.
Yeah. When this happened last year, that's what I had said to you right here on this pod, was the NHL is going to do what's right for the dollar, and if they feel like this is going to hurt in any way, they're gonna mothball.
Yeah. And they went hockey fights cancer, military nights.
You're out.
Heritage nights, all of it. Can't do any of it. It's gone. Garbage. And so I'm with you, I think. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. I would have preferred to see someone who isn't making near league min go first, but power to Travis Dermott, who said, yeah, fuck it. I don't know what it's going to be, $5,000, $10,000.
Well, what is the maximum fine? The maximum fine is...
See, this is the thing I wonder, because the PA also has remained...
quiet.
Yeah, as they often do when it's gross, right? When you see a suspension, because I cross-check you in the teeth, their job is to defend me as...
But I also pay dues, and I have no teeth.
Right. And so... they have to defend everyone in this case, so they have been remarkably quiet. And so you wonder, let's say they fine Travis Dermott $1,000, and if he does it again, it's $2,000. Does it again at $5,000. Does it again, it's $10,000. At what point does the PA have to go, all right, it's becoming a bit punitive? Whereas instead they're going to go to him and say, you should probably just stop using the tape. You need someone making $12 million a year.
Yep.
To be the one who goes, I don't care, make it $100,000 a night.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is the thing is I would have much preferred to see somebody with a little more clout.
Yeah.
Step up and not leave it to the
And Travis this isn't ripping Travis Dermott. It's actually a credit to Travis Dermott to do it. But
or the Michael Amadios of the world.
Sure. Mike Amadio.
It's me. It's Amadio.
It's me, Mike Amadio.
Exactly. See? We're on the same page, man.
Yeah.
Those people, we need somebody else who feels strongly to step up.
Do you think the Travis Dermott thing makes that more likely, or is the league about to make an example of this nobody?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Because as of right now, the fact that the NHL didn't have something ready seems wishy-washy and...
Not the NHL.
And ill-prepared. Right? I've already overreached on this whole tape thing. Like I thought when they went, okay, we're gonna not do the jerseys, but the tape, we're gonna let the tape go, right? If you want to use the Pride tape, whatever. But then for you to sort of draconian style, bam, overreach and go. And you can't do that either.
Right.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
And so it's like they've gone further than they had to.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, watch me kind of thing. And then now you're ill prepared for the blowback. And so it's just, it's unnecessary, and you've caused yourself issues on a bunch of fronts. Who cares, man, if I use Pride tape? What do you care?
Right.
I'm just doing it. You don't have to do it.
No. But it'll make me look bad if I'm the only one who doesn't do it. And I'd really rather not have to stand for my ignorant convictions.
Yeah, but so what? I want to have white tape so the black puck sticks out, or I want to have black tape so that the puck doesn't.
Hidden.
Whatever, right? And so you're like, who cares, man? There's going to be people who go, I'm an ally, but for game reasons, I want to have black tape. There's going to be that.
Well, and again, Travis Dermott put it up on where the knob of the stick is, not down on the blade. So to him, maybe what he had on his blade was for a strategic reason, but I still want to be an ally, and I can do it up here.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah, and they're going to fine him for it, and
I want to see what it is.
Yeah,
and I'm interested to see what move the NHL makes next, because to me, you've created this problem for yourself.
Yeah.
Again,
as per usual. I look at it and I wonder, like you said, where do we go next? What does this look like? Because every week we see some sort of cross-check, and it's like, we have fined so-and-so $2,500, the maximum. And they always put it in the tweet, in the announcement, in the press release, the maximum under...
Oh, it's heavy.
Right. This is the most... To me, it's more like, we want to fine him, but this is the most the PA will let us. We negotiated that, right?
Tom Wilson's going to power bomb somebody without a helmet right on the ice. $2,500.
Not Brian Wilson. And so, but it says we fined him $2,500, the maximum allowable under the CBA. What is the fine to Travis Dermott? Is it more than the fine for cross-checking someone in the face? Is it more than DDTing someone in the crease of? Nice. I want to see. What is that?
I want to see
both the DDT and the fine.
Yes.
I want to know, is this something capped by the PA, negotiated out? And I'd really like to see the PA say just about anything, which to this point they haven't yet.
Well, it is only one player, right? It isn't player on player. Mm-hmm. It's just a single player doing his thing.
Right.